Hello everyone, this is Priyasha from XAT, and today in this video we're going to talk about the most demanded thing. People need a clarity on how much should be the accuracy rate or what should be the score which will lead us to the desired percentile and things like that. So finally, after doing a bit of research, because you can't just rely on your scores, right? You need a bunch of other people, their scores and their percentiles and all stuff like that. So after doing a bit of research, I have come up with two different strategies I want to discuss with you people, and tell you the real process or the comparison between the two strategies so that you can swap the strategy according to your accuracy. See, accuracy is not something which you can determine. आप कितने questions correct करोगे ये आप decide नहीं कर सकते, वो तो question paper पे decide करता है. तो हमारा independent variable कौन हो गया यहाँ पे? I'm so sorry if I'm taking you to some very very mathematical or some technical terms, because ultimately you have to learn it for the MBA entrance examinations and you have to learn it in the MBA B school as well. Okay, so independent variable कौन सा हो गया आपका यहाँ पे? Independent variable जो कि change कर रहा है चीजों को, वो हो गया आपका accuracy. ओके, सो इंडिपेंडेंट वेरिएबल आपकी एक्यूरेसी है जिसके ऊपर डिपेंड करेगा स्कोर, और स्कोर के ऊपर डिपेंड करेगा आपका परसेंटाइल. सो वी आर गोइंग टू डिस्कस दिस थिंग इन डिटेल. सो आपकी कितनी एक्यूरेसी है उस पर आप अपने हिसाब से अपने लिए एक स्ट्रैटेजी बनाओगे. एंड व्हाट आई एम गोइंग टू डू इन दिस वीडियो इज टेल यू अ वेरी वेरी drastic difference between two major strategies. Okay, talking about strategy one. बहुत लोगों का सुना होगा आपने, बहुत लोगों को सुना होगा बोलते हुए that you should attempt only the questions which you know. I repeat, you should attempt only the questions you know, attempt less, get all right almost, and then you would be in a situation where you would be getting your desired score. I am going to tell you three things now before I start discussing strategy number one. First number, that you cannot determine your accuracy exactly and precisely. It's not definitely sure that you were having an accuracy of 70% in the previous mock, so you will also have an accuracy of 70% only in the exam. Rather, this is the reason why we give mocks. If you give 5 mocks, you can find out the average accuracy of yours. In one mock you got 60, in one you got 70, in one mock you got 80. So if you take out the average of 60, 70, 80, you land up upon 70. So that is how you have to find your average accuracy and make a strategy according to that. All right. So give more mocks. If you are not giving mocks, then do PYQs as mocks. But this is the process how you will determine your accuracy. This was number one. Number two thing which I wanted to tell you is that this is not the maximum but the minimum. This is the minimum. That means right now I'm not giving you a topping strategy. I'm not giving you a strategy to top the exam with 99.99 percentile. This is what is very, 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 very comfortable score. Comfortable score is the that score which you are, sure of that you will definitely get a call from. So if you can see the marks right now, how I got it, I'll tell you in detail. But this 34.7 which you see here is definitely going to give you a percentile of 95 plus, 95, 96, and that will be a sure shot calling area for you. And the sectional cutoffs also kept in mind. Okay, so this score will definitely give you a call. Definitely will give you a call. So that is the minimum which I am discussing here. ये आपको टॉप करने की स्ट्रैटेजी नहीं है, ये आपका कट ऑफ क्लियर करने की एंड जीडीपीआई राउंड में पहुंचने की स्ट्रैटेजी है. ठीक है. So this is the second thing. And the third thing which you need to keep in mind is you have to modify the strategy according to your current accuracy rate. And this you have to do till the very end. दैट मीन्स जब तक आप लास्ट मॉक नहीं देते तब तक आपको ये स्ट्रैटेजी बार बार चेंज करनी है. ओके, नाउ दीज आर द 3 M's we discussed. Now we'll start with the strategy number one. Strategy number one is for the people who have around 80% accuracy. इन्हें आप उस तरह के लोग भी बोल सकते हो जो सोचते हैं कि मेरे सारे क्वेश्चंस करेक्ट होंगे, जो करेक्ट होंगे मैं उन्हीं को ही अटेम्प्ट करूंगा. बट ऐसा सोचने के बाद भी एक दो क्वेश्चंस रॉन्ग हो जाते हैं, एंड दैट इज समवेयर अराउंड 80% ऑफ accuracy. So if you have 80% of accuracy in your questions, okay, and let's say you have scored This. Now, this is your total number of questions, and this is your attempt number. Okay, this is your attempt number. If you attempt 14 questions in VA with an accuracy of 80%, you will be getting around 11.2 marks. Okay, that's upon calculation. You just need to multiply zero point 0.8 with 14. Similarly, if you are attempting 14 questions in DM with an accuracy of 80%, you will land up upon 11.2. ये मैं आपके नेगेटिव मार्क्स को यू नो काउंट ही नहीं कर रही हूँ. What I'm not taking into consideration here is your negative marks. Okay, I'm not. I'm just saying that the questions which you have attempted are correct by zero point 0.8, and I have not taken into consideration your negative marks. Means आपको इससे भी कम marks आएगा, याद रखना. I'm not taking into consideration the 0.25 marks over here which will be deducted, which will be wrong. Okay, the number of questions which will be wrong over here. So विदाउट द नेगेटिव मार्क्स इनटू कंसिडरेशन, ये आपको एक रफ फिगर और रफ आइडिया देने के लिए मैं बोल रही हूँ, ठीक है. सो आई हैव नॉट कंसिडर्ड द नेगेटिव मार्क्स हियर. And in QADI, suppose you attempt 18 questions and get 14.4 score. Now the score which you get is 36.8. Okay, the accuracy is 80%, so 20% score तो यहाँ से भी reduce होगा, but मैंने उसको reduce ही नहीं किया. I was like, it's okay, it's fine. Okay, there's nothing to worry about. 46 क्वेश्चंस आपने अटेम्प्ट किए हैं. ओके, तो 46 क्वेश्चंस आपने अटेम्प्ट किए हैं, तो आपके कितने क्वेश्चंस बच गए जो आपने अटेम्प्ट नहीं किए हैं? आउट ऑफ 75, if you attempt only 46, you land up upon 29 questions which you did not attempt. And from there, you would not be, bothered with 8 questions, but 8 questions के बाद बाकी के सारे 21 questions के लिए आपको 0.1 marks का अनअटेम्प्ट करने का पेनल्टी भी लगेगा, and that will lead to a subtraction of 2.1 marks. Okay, and if you want a very precise calculation over here, then let me tell you that the 0.2 which you are getting wrong over here, okay, that is out of the 46 questions, if you are getting 0.2 of them wrong, so you are losing out on 9.2 questions. Somewhere around 9 questions आपके गलत हो रहे हैं, and 9.2 questions जो आपके गलत हो रहे हैं उस पर अगर आप 0.25 कैलकुलेट करके देख लो, तो और 2.3 मार्क्स है जो आपको अपने नंबर से डिडक्ट कर देना चाहिए. बट आज मैंने कहा मैं इतना प्रेसाइज जा ही नहीं रही हूँ. आई जस्ट वांट टू गिव यू अ नंबर which is what you will be getting if you have a 80% accuracy and you are doing only limited questions. इससे आपको समवेयर अराउंड 30, 31, 32, 33, 34 के अराउंड स्कोर आएगा, जो कि आपको आराम से 95 परसेंटाइल के पास का स्कोर दे देगा, विच विल लीड टू अ कॉल. ओके, बट यू आर स्टिल ऑन अ हैंगिंग क्लिफ. यू आर स्टिल ऑन अ हैंगिंग क्लिफ. So how are you going to save yourself from it? Let's see strategy number 2. Now, I prefer strategy number 2, and this is more practical also, and I'll give you a very real practical reason why it is a very logical way to go ahead. 60% accuracy. ऐसी मेजॉरिटी ऑडियंस है मेरे साथ जो कि 60% एक्यूरेसी रखती है अपने क्वेश्चंस में. करेक्ट, 60% एक्यूरेसी रखते हो आप. Now, if you increase your attempt rate, imagine you start attempting more questions. Out of 26 questions, you attempt 20 questions in BA, get 60% right. That means you have scored 12 marks from here. 18 questions of DM attempted, 60% accuracy, 10.8 as a score. QADI, 22 questions attempted, 13.2 as your score. This leads to a score of 36 marks. Okay, 36 is a good number for getting a call from XLRI or from any top colleges you are aiming from the XAT score. And this leads to attempting 60 questions out of 75. That means you have only left 15 questions. For the first 8 questions, you won't be penalized. You will be penalized only for the 7 questions you have not attempted. And that is a subtraction of only 0.7. Now, you will not get 35.3 because I have not considered the negative marks over here. So this will be less than 35.3, which you will be getting. And again, as I said you, if you want to be very precise, out of the 60 questions which you attempt, the 0.4 of them will be wrong. So let's say 24 questions will be wrong, out of which you will be penalized for 0.25 marks. That is -6 for here. So that means 6 points gone. You will be somewhere 29.3. Okay. So this score can also lead you to a percentile which is more than 90 for sure. It's like 92, 93, 94, 95. Okay. These percentiles are highly unpredictable because this data is from 2022 scores. Okay. Now, depending upon the difficulty level of the examination, your percentiles will keep changing. But always remember, if you are expecting a call from XLRI, anything more than 30 or 35 is a very safe score for you people. Now, what do you understand from this calculation altogether? What do you understand from this calculation? That if you increase your attempt rate, even if the accuracy goes down by some number, you still have a fair, good chance to go and get the question right. Okay, don't think about the normal. See, there is a difference between an economist and the accountant, right? Accountant only sees what is visible in front of his eyes, but economist is a person who can actually think in a deeper direction and can also consider the opportunity cost. Like I'll give you a very small example. अगर आप कोई business start करने वाले हो and you're investing $100 in it, okay, so the accountant will say that the cost is $100 and the revenue after 1 year was $300. So your profit is $200. But an economist will not take this into consideration as the cost. The opportunity cost for setting up the business is not just the amount of $100 which you invest, but it is also equals to the other things which you did not do in that time. For suppose I was working, I left my job and I invested 1 year in this business. So in 1 year, I would have got, let's say, another $100 from the company as my payment, and this would have led to $200 of cost. So this is the actual opportunity cost according to an economist. And when I compare it with the $300 of revenue, I will be left out with only $100 of profit, not an accountant who says $200 of profit. So this is what you have to take into consideration. आपको सिर्फ ये direct numbers नहीं सोचने हैं. लोग क्या कहेंगे आपको? People will come and tell you that look, there are five options and only one is the correct answer. So there is only 20% chance of getting a right answer and 80% chance of getting a wrong answer. But this is a very easy mathematics. They just tell and get away. But this is not true in real sense, because you have to also keep into mind the unattempt ratio. See, you don't have to be worried about a very small number like 7 questions left or 8 questions left. 10 questions तक आराम से आप पेनलाइज अपने आप को कर सकते हो, 1 मार्क्स दे सकते हो, बट not beyond that, guys. Don't not beyond that. This is foolish. This is foolish to do this, because you saw that, right? Here you're just losing zero point 0.7, but here you're losing unnecessary 0.21, जिसके वजह से आपके स्कोर बहुत ऊपर जा सकता था. This could have led you to some 98 percentile or something. So why are you losing out? 0.1% marks. I mean, not percent. 0.1 marks will also change your percentile. So please keep it into mind that depending upon your current accuracy, formalize a strategy, but this strategy will not be the ultimate strategy. ओके, बिकॉज अगर आपने मनी हाइस्ट देखा होगा तो आपको पता है कि प्रोफेसर किस तरह से प्लान ए, प्लान बी, प्लान सी सब रेडी रखते हैं. तो आपको भी उस तरह से ही काम करना है. ये देयर यू हैव टू प्रूव योर सेल्फ एज अ गुड मैनेजर, एंड फॉर प्रूविंग योर सेल्फ एज अ गुड मैनेजर यू हैव टू कीप द प्लान ए, प्लान बी, प्लान सी ready. Keep a strategy in your head and go in the examination. This should be the minimum strategy you would be following. That means minimum तो मुझे इतने questions attempt करना ही है, चाहे मुझे आए या ना आए. But yes, at the same time, when you go in the exam and you have an option of skipping between the different sections, तो आप ये देख सकते हो कि मैं जो सोच के घर से आया था कि मैं क्वांट में मार्क्स मैक्सिमाइज करूंगा, बट क्वांट तो बहुत हार्ड है. And believe in yourself that the quant is difficult for you, so it will be difficult for others also. And then चेंज योर स्ट्रेटजी कि अच्छा ठीक है, क्वांट बहुत ज्यादा हार्ड है, तो मैं सोच के गया था कि मैं 18 क्वेश्चंस अटेम्प्ट करूंगा या फिर 22 क्वेश्चंस अटेम्प्ट करूंगा, बट नाउ आई विल अटेम्प्ट ओनली 18. बट जो डिफरेंस बन रहा है 4 क्वेश्चंस का, वो मैं या तो डीएम में या तो वर्बल में उठाऊंगा. दैट मीन्स आई विल नाउ अटेम्प्ट 2 more questions in verbal and 2 more questions in DM, like that. So that is how you change and balance your strategy, guys. Okay, so remember the 3 things which I told you in the beginning. Number one, mocks will determine your accuracy rate. So give at least 3 mocks and then make this strategy. Second thing, that this is a minimum strategy. That means the cutoff based strategy कि इतने marks में आपको call आएगा XLRI से, तो इसीलिए इसको लेके चलो. कि ये एक मिनिमम स्ट्रेटजी है। स्कोर मैक्सिमाइज, इसके फर्दर हम कुछ भी कर सकते हैं, ठीक है। तो इसमें हमारी एक्यूरेसी बढ़ भी सकती है या फिर अटेम्प्ट रेट भी बढ़ सकता है। एंड थर्ड इज दैट यू विल मॉडिफाई दिस एवरी टाइम यू गिव अ मॉक और एवरी टाइम you feel that okay, the question paper has changed, this is not according to my plan A, so you go to plan B. And that's all for this video, guys. If you like this video, then please like it and share it with more and more people. That's more essential because I want this to reach to more number of people. Remember that this is a completely free of cost thing, so this should reach to more number of people. Even if the people who have enrolled into any courses are most welcome to take, some ideas from these videos as well. And I'm never against taking any coaching classes, but at the same time, I feel that if I can help you by some way or the other and reach more number of people, my real objective of starting this channel will be justified. So if you really want to help me out in some way or the other, share it with more and more people. And if you're new to the channel, do subscribe to the channel as well. Thank you so much for watching this video, guys. I'll be up with more such videos. Till then, take care of yourself and please study hard.